should know who the fuck I am by now. Okay. If you made it this far. Shit, this really just like some
It's the Thousandaires.
Working for hours and hours, but ain't got flowers yet. Speaking down powers, this crowd up and shit. That's really just the usual. I know, shit. Miss my dog funeral. Ain't that a shame? Cause if the shit was flipped, I know that nigga would've came. And he in a different state, bro. Fuck it. Listen, ain't been the same since that day. The pain gon' stay, but shit, I'm the only one to blame. Where the G in my head hot, my burst into flames. I gotta change. I gotta listen. Obligated to make it. It's for the taking. Ain't no point faking. Ricky Bobby shaking bacon. Bob it and weave it. I won't stop when I see it. I ride to the top unless I get popped. Shit. And I really can't doubt it though. Fuck niggas round you daily like at the corner store. Switch flows like the ocean, let's go toe to toe. Tsunami waves, why you think my name bot? So I got you. I'm locked on with this ain't bot finna pop you. Stop that, boy, that's not you. I kill for it, but that really ain't me, you see. Ain't been a beat that's ever been that deep, nigga. I ain't got time to be worried about you. I'm tryna make some moves, pay my dues, tell the truth, this for you. Owe it all the most to y'all, hope my dogs all see it through. If I fall, call my mom, tell her trust, I'ma see her soon. Realest shit I ever wrote is on these 3 pages. Fuck being famous, but fuck minimum wages. Off a bomb, the hardest in stone ages. Had to drop a nigga, them folks was so racist. I shit tall white women, but that deserve many men like me and the trappers, no time served. That ain't the word though, but what you heard though. Won't be a sheep in your herd, that's absurd, bro. Learn from the best professor with platinum records. Chest no checkers, you niggas can't do it better. Zach to my left and your honor, I'm stacking cheddar. All my niggas on, see golden and newsletters. Shit, can't forget about Mac and Don and Wonton though. And Lucas, he the upper echelon though. Your swan song gon' last till we all gone, bro. And y'all want a nigga, it's up. I ain't got time to be worried about you. I'm tryna make some moves, pay my dues, tell the truth, this for you. Owe it all the most to y'all, hope my dogs all see it through. If I fall, call my mom, tell her trust, I'ma see her soon.
Hey yo, it's the Thousandaires.
Hey, yeah, did they just what just happened there?
Shout out to my boy X on the intro song.
Yo, tell us a little more about them, bro. What's going on?
So it's my homie X. We went to high school together. Grew up in the same neighborhood, type shit.
Nice.
He goes by the rap name Batsu, which means X in Japanese or something like that.
Oh,
He's like a big like anime like dude, like Japanese culture type.
big otaku.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool. You know I'm into that shit.
And like he takes his craft pretty serious. He like actually goes to school for music and shit like that.
Oh, yeah?
So yeah. This is like his first mixtape that he like actually like really put out. And yeah,
It sounded pretty good.
I thought so.
You know, it was like real soulful and shit.
Hell yeah, that's the vibe I get from him. What'd you think?
I liked it. It's like actual like real music. You know,
Hell yeah.
not that I don't love the bullshit.
Right.
It was good.
Fair enough.
Yeah, man.
So what's been going on? How we feeling this week?
How we feeling about our random snowstorm today?
I'm here for it.
It's regular. Is this just regular shit?
I mean, low key, maybe not all the way in May, but late April, it's expected.
Yeah.
And we didn't really have one late April, so here
I
it
guess
is in
we were
May.
we were due for one, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh my gosh.
I remember one year in specific, I used to run track, and it was like, I can't remember what year, but I was in high school, and I remember specifically like it was a springtime. It was a great day. Sometime in April, and like the beginning of the day, it was nice. It was great. Like it was like an amazing day, and then by the end of the day, it was literally just like this. Like 4 or 5 o'clock, and you're just like, what happened?
Yeah, and I was just saying earlier how it was crazy. It was super nice out, and then out of nowhere, it just got real gloomy, and the weather, the temperature changed by like 10 degrees, like all in an instant, and like fog came out and stuff.
Right.
And it just went from super sunny to like spooky to now kind of a strange little storm, and then tomorrow it's gonna be warm again, right?
I thought it was supposed to be kind of like this for a while.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Or not for a while, but like for like a couple of days.
Couple days, like the weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man. I don't know why I mean, I guess I wouldn't be surprised if it went or stayed, honestly.
Yeah, either way, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be cold till like Sunday. It'll still be like 50s, 60s. What else is going on this week? Shoot, a lot of different music. Playoffs.
For sure.
Finally got down to listening to all that Kendrick. Like, was able to sit down with it, you know.
Should we get into it? Honestly, I only listened to it 1.5 times.
Yeah. Maybe I did 1.5 times since I heard a couple songs.
Right.
A couple of times. So maybe I think I'm right there with you. But full time only like one time through and then a couple songs.
Yeah, I listened one time through and then like one time, but it was only like half the songs.
And I think I honestly was a little disinterested in the songs that came out before the album. Only because I was like, okay, but let me see how he puts it.
Even the Heart one?
No, I liked it. I just like was like, okay, well, let me just hear it with the album because I wonder like where like.
Yeah, but those ones are never on the album.
What?
Like when he dropped Damn, but he dropped the Heart Part 4 before that. That one wasn't on the album. I don't think any of the Heart series is are actually on the albums.
Really? So this last Heart one wasn't on the album.
Oh, I don't think any of them are on the album.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you could look like that's like a little EP. That's like a little EP in itself. Like you can put all 5 songs together. You know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
See, he's always gives like that.
It's like a like in a book where you give a preface, and like it's not really like part of the book or part of the story, but it's like it like gears you up or sets you up for it. And usually like in a book it's like a different author or something like that, or they do like the foreword or the preface or whatever. Yeah. It's kind of like that, honestly. Yeah. But it's the same author, the same artist.
Yeah, that went right over my head, dude.
What is this? Sparkling Water?
It is Sparkling Water, yeah. Just the case.
What's the craze about these?
I don't know. I think you start liking them when you get older. That's it, you know.
It's like a bland Sprite.
Yeah. Like a really, really not sweet ginger ale with no ginger.
Yeah, like it could taste like a fake. Like it wants to taste like one of those Fagos so hard. This one in particular, it wants to taste like fuck. What was his name? Chris something. He had that song where it was like
Chris
Pineapple Activist.
Oh,
bad bitch. Oh man, Chris Travis or something like that.
Chris Travis.
Maybe.
Chris Webby? No.
I'm about to look it up.
It's definitely not Chris Webby. That's fucked up that I even said that. Yo, what's up with this Forrester though? Before we get into the Kendrick, because that's pretty much what I got. This is I'm pulling up like all the sales and stuff, all this shit going. I heard somebody was like, "Oh yeah, well, J. Cole sold 2K more than Kendrick."
Hey there, Colorado.
Hey there, Colorado.
Stop driving while high.
Oh yeah, this is it. This is the shit back in the day. Hold up.
You take a shot. You take these shots.
Oh, I brought it. When you said old fashions, I brought the stuff for old fashions.
Oh, you can keep that though.
Pineapple Fanta with a special activist. Why you sipping so much? Cause I'm Chris Travis, bitch. Can't leave your own city. What the fuck they tell you? Your
Is that Raider? Is it like a Raider clan?
Yeah, type shit. Straight out of Memphis. This is that shit back in
Yeah, I remember
back in
that.
the day.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Well,
Sidebar.
yeah. Yeah, so I was seeing people that are like, yeah, J. Cole sold more than Kendrick. Blah blah blah. You know, when people get into the streaming and sales wars.
Yeah, I don't really care about all that though.
Yeah, why is that so? Who is that? Is that really important to people?
I think it's important for like the clout. I think like not for the clout, but like you know when Jay-Z said men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Yeah.
It's like one of those type of things. It's just like, and then like it got really bad when like niggas like 6ix9ine was like being like I'm the hardest artist, shit like that, and being like oh it's because of the numbers,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Like you can say whatever you want, but I'm selling this
Right.
shit.
I feel like it's just the only like tangible thing because music is so like dependent on taste. It's like more so the only tangible thing that you could be like, oh well.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like how much does it matter that 100 people like it and one person does it?
Yeah,
that one person
right.
out.
And how much does that have to do with like marketing and?
Yeah, there is way. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I wonder why it's such a common like thing people use on the internet to argue with. I'm like, but do you? Like, there's so much that like goes.
Especially when it gets to like those type of levels, like it's like, what's the difference in a million streams when you're counting 10 million streams? You know what I'm saying?
A billion streams, a million. Listen. Oh, okay. This one's what's this say? This is hip hop by the numbers. I don't even think I follow them. My Twitter's weird on this. Looks totally different. This is Kendrick Lamar versus J. Cole. Is a better versus than French? I don't get it.
I think that is a good versus. If that's their argument.
Yeah, wait, Jay. What do you mean? Wait, because it was French versus.
I didn't even know if they were still doing verses.
Right, I didn't know that. Did that happen? Is that they're talking about French Montana, right?
French Montana versus.
This is Kendrick Lamar versus J. Cole is a better versus than French. Was J. Cole supposed to do French Montana?
I don't think that would even be a good versus. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I like both of their songs.
Like J. Cole versus Kendrick is like the perfect
That's
versus.
like the one we want, I guess. If you really want a versus that bad.
Right.
They just play their songs against each other. It's
cool
though.
You know how them niggas have been trolling us for years, talking about where they're gonna do a joint album.
Oh yeah, whatever, hey, man. Yeah. Well, I hope that's not like a thing. But anyway, it says okay. It says Kendrick, lead singles, 33 Hot 100 entries, and 337 weeks, 4 top 10s, and number 1. 49 million RIAA certificated streams.
I don't know.
49 million streams.
I could care less about that. I just care about like the music and the content, honestly.
These are their stats. He wrote. I can't read how he wrote it. 38 Cole, 38 Hot 100 entries, and 313 weeks, 4 top 10s, 0 number 1s, and then 18 million.
Doesn't Drake shit on all that? Hasn't he like been the most number 1 artist?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He spent the longest on the billboards or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Drake is making the absolute best music.
No, I don't think so.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, what's the argument here?
I don't know. I think that
it's the most commercial.
It does say numbers aren't everything. Subjectively, who you choosing, they just want to put that up there, I guess. But that matters to a lot of people for whatever reason. Not for whatever reason, like I don't get it. But.
Yeah, it's like I get it for sure, but it's just not something I'm like
fixated
like,
on.
Man, I like this album, but it didn't sell. Like I like the album.
And I don't even think if it was like I was trying to decide over one album where I was like, oh, like how do I factor in how I decide which one I like better?
I probably got time to listen to both.
Yeah. Or if it's like I listen to both and they're like this, I'm not gonna be like, oh man.
Even
right. This guy sold more.
Like even if I liked one more than the other, like that doesn't take away like the stream. You know what I'm saying? The stream that it took for me to gain this opinion.
Yeah. And then everything, so you could do so many things. And they keep having to change the rules. They take the bundle things out. They like stop counting those, and like same thing with like tickets and stuff, ticket sales. Like people are trying to like inflate all this stuff all the time. So like now I really don't care.
Well, I can kind of get that. So imagine you're a music fan or whatever, and a certain artist drops, and like you're a big fan of them, so you're streaming their album all the time, constantly. So a certain amount of streams equals one album sale, right?
Right.
So boom, they're already contributing towards an album sale by streaming so many times. On top of that, they buy tickets to your concert with the bundle, whatever, whatnot. That's another album sale. So that's like 2 for 1. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 album sales for every one person that you make a fan.
Yeah, no, and I get that, but it's just hard to tell now. Like when someone's putting up a tweet or a post or a meme or something like that, it's like there's all these things that have been happening just in the past couple of years with trying to really figure out how streaming works.
Right.
And
I think that's like Joe Biden's argument all the time. He's always like, what is a stream?
Yeah, well, how much does it count?
Right.
Like how much does it count? And then how much does it count to us?
Right. And then I think like if you buy an album, like if you go on iTunes to buy an album or a single or whatever, it counts for, it's like 1 cent per, like if an album is $10.99, it's 1,099 streams if you buy it.
Oh yeah.
Like on some Chuck E. Cheese type shit. 1 cent per ticket.
Yo, my grandpa was a savage. He had this like whole trunk of Chuck E. Cheese tokens, and no one ever saw them. Like, so it's like a treasure chest, man. He like collect them bitches.
That's hilarious.
And try to make a study to get them and stuff. So we're in Chuck E. Cheese doing like algebra is the worst. It's the worst thing ever. Kids are running around looking at us like, why are they doing math problems in here? Like,
that sucks.
They must be in trouble.
Yeah, dog. I worked at Chuck E. Cheese for like 5 years. It was lit.
Oh, did you?
Hell
Hey, that pizza used to be really good when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it still was banging back 5 years ago, but
I mean, it's not the worst pizza. It's kind of crazy.
It was like surprisingly good.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how much they charge for it though. Like in comparison.
Really? How much was that?
Probably like $20, $21 for a large. Pizza?
Oh man, because you're already in there and shit.
Yeah. But like, you could go to Domino's and get a large for $8.99. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
Come on now.
Domino's is bad though.
Is it? Domino's is good.
Oh, this is a whole nother subject about this Denver pizza situation, man.
Oh well, if we're counting like
Denver
if we're counting like what am I trying to say? Like chains. If we're counting like chains, like Domino's is up there.
I guess, man.
Like compared to Pizza Hut or something. Yeah, like I'd say you know what I'm saying.
I'd say Domino's over Pizza Hut. You guys do have a Hungry Howie's out here, though.
What is it?
Hungry Howie's. You have one. It's like 2 in Arvada. It's a chain.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
That shit's bad.
I didn't know Blimpies was a chain for the longest time. There's only one Blimpies out in Aurora, and I was like, oh, this is like an Aurora.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen the Blimpies yet.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is an Aurora thing. And then I think I was listening to a podcast, and these New York dudes were talking about Blimpies. I'm like, there's no way it's the same thing. And then they were like, yeah, the subs from there. And I was like, fuck, it's a sub place.
Yeah, we got the Blimpies, dude.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm gonna go check that out.
You know what? I'd be thinking a whole bunch of things are like only a neighborhood thing, because there was only like one in my neighborhood. Because in the neighborhood I grew up in down in Los Springs, there was 3 margaritas.
Just one.
Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, 3 margaritas is like a Whitefield thing. Fuck no.
Like, yeah, no, we got this really got this place you can only find in the Springs. Okay, it's called 3 Margaritas. Right. Mr. Moral and the Big Steppers released May 13, 2022. This is his what? Is this his 5th album?
Depends on if we're counting that.
Oh, see, here we go.
Untitled.
Now we're back into this shit. Like, we don't even know if shit's an album anymore. Is it a stream? Is it an album?
No, that
is it 2 cents? Is it 5 cents?
That Untitled Unmastered project. Are we counting that as an album?
Project.
It was like all B-sides.
I don't know. Should we? Did they
And are we?
Did they put it out as like an album?
And are we counting Section 80 as an album? Cause it's technically a mixtape, but it's also on like all the streaming platforms and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see. Let me see what the internet says. I think Oh yeah, 1680 was a mixtape. Yeah, I got that shit off of like Mixtape Torrent, bro. Back in the day. Album. Let's see. What do they count?
Because
Oh, see, so they're putting it on there too. You talking about Living the Life?
what is it?
Living the Life?
No, I'm talking about Untitled Unmastered.
Mr. Morale, Damn, Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City, Section 80, Kaleidoscope, Dreams, Untitled, Unmastered, Overly Dedicated, C4, and the Kendrick Lamar EP. Yeah, it's like, are we counting the EP too? Because I remember that. I think they had Pussy and Patron on it.
I think that was Overly Dedicated.
This is Kendrick Lamar EP. Has She Needs Me. The first Pussy and Patron.
Oh, okay.
Wanna Be
Dang,
Her.
She Needs Me. That's a good ass song.
Yeah. Uncle Bobby, Faith.
She needs me. She needs me. It's a play off that dun dun dun. Look, what is that? Lady Gaga.
There you go.
It's a play off of that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean 1, 2. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna say 5 or 6, because I think I count Section 80 as a mixtape, even though you could just say it's an album. It sounds like an album, but I remember how it went, and that one was more like a mixtape to me.
Yeah.
So whatever, 5. So yeah, this is his 5th. We'll just call it his 5th album. It's got 18 songs on there. Where do we start though?
It was surprisingly long to me.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
18 songs is
Yeah, it seems like a lot.
and there's at least 2 verses, right?
Yeah.
most songs,
There's
at
no
least.
interludes, you know what I'm saying? Although
Yeah.
that one
They have a skit.
which one?
Where
Where him and his lady are like arguing?
No, not the song.
That seemed like it should have been an interlude.
It was kind of like I could
Like it was a little longer.
the Savior interlude. So there was just that one. There's 2 skits. But the thing is, I didn't notice they were skits until I asked my girlfriend when we were listening to it, because the album flowed so well to me.
Right.
It's like, so there's 2.
It did flow.
But
out.
I didn't. Had I not looked at the track list or asked, I wouldn't even notice,
Yeah.
because of how it's like
To me,
going.
it seemed like there was like a lot of like how do I say it? Like false peaks or whatever. Like
What's a false peak?
how do I explain it? Basically, I thought this album was like not the album. Like there's songs where I thought, oh, this is the last song on the album. Like let me check the list real quick.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, this is the song. Like let me check like real quick. Like what's the name of this song? Like I should remember this one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That makes sense.
and it kept being like, oh no,
Here's another one.
I am in the middle of the album. I am right in the middle. I'm
This
not
is
even like
just
near,
the 10th song.
yeah, I'm like, I'm not
right?
even near the end. This is like the smack dab in the middle. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, that's when I was like, oh man, this is kind of long, but not in a bad way. It was just like, oh,
Yeah. This is observation. So
yeah,
it's
just more than I expected.
yeah.
And that's like, I'm saying that as a good thing. Like there was multiple songs where I was like this is the song of the album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think yeah. Okay.
To me, I was a little bit surprised that it's not as thematic as his previous albums. Like I feel like his previous albums like tell a story throughout all of them. Like especially like, I mean, not even especially, like literally all of them. They tell like a little story. Like with Good Kid, Mad City, like it starts with like him hanging out with the homies, and no, it starts with him fucking on that bitch Shireen.
Yeah.
And like her homies like try to beat him up or something, and then he's out with his homies, and they do some hood rat shit, and then his mom calls him, tells him to come home, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a day in the life, in the hood type shit. type of story, and then like To Pimp a Butterfly was had like that poem throughout, and like at the end of each song, he was like finishing one line, and shit like that, and like it all went together with like Lucy and like the devil and shit, like, you know what I'm saying, like all that went together. And Damn, it was like one long story with the blind woman. You get what I'm saying? Like every single album had like a little mini story, a thematic. I mean, I feel like this one was thematic, like it had a theme, but there was no like. You get what I'm getting at?
Yeah. I mean, hey, it took him like 5 years to put this out.
Right.
It'll take us more than a time to, if there's something to catch. But I hear you though. Yeah, there wasn't that kind of, or I didn't see that kind of theme.
Yeah, it wasn't like
you didn't, but it was
because it's like almost all of them were like a cohesive, like actual like story. Like there's like a climax and inciting incident, all that type of shit.
Yeah, I feel like.
In this one, I feel like it was just like a group of songs that had not a similar message, but had multiple messages that were the same theme.
I think him being gone for so long has a big, and not that he didn't drop a song here or there, but him being gone for so long is making it difficult for us to find that cohesive message. Because when I listened to it, it was enough. It was nice because, so there's a couple stinkers on there, I think. There's like 3 songs on there, I was like, eh. But if I like 13 out of 16 songs, that's an excellent album. Like, if you, usually I only like 3, or like anyone's album, I'll like 3 or 4 songs.
How do I explain it? To me, there was a lot more than 3 where out there, it was more just like, eh.
Yeah.
But how do I explain it? It's just like, it's just not for me, I would say. Like, I see, it's like I see like what he's getting at. I see the skill, the creativity, all that. And I'm just like, but sonically, it's just not something I would vibe with.
Yeah, there was.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's not that question marks with them. Yeah. And even the songs I don't like, I'm not even saying that they're bad songs. I just didn't like them. I'm just like,
right.
I don't know about those 3, but there's been other songs where people have argued and stuff, but like, especially with how sensitive people are today, and people want to stick to, taking someone else's flow, talking about the same subject matter. Like everyone's
for sure.
Everyone's got all the hoes, and everyone's. Or they're addicted to lean and perks, but they still get the money, and they do all this shit, and they end up rapping.
Right, and I feel like I'm a sucker for some of that type of stuff. Like I'm a sucker for Get 16, shit like that, over like a boom bap beat. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when I'm listening to music, that like that's what I'm looking for, and like this obviously wasn't anything like that. So like I feel like that's where like the slight disconnect was. But I'm not saying that any of it was bad. I'm just saying it wasn't my vibe.
Yeah, I feel like I don't even have that many opportunities to listen to people do it like this, because there's a lot of lyrical rappers and stuff out there, but it's the same thing with not like trap rappers or whatever. There's still like different tiers of it, Right. And it's like I hear a lot of guys trying to be super lyrical now, and they end up kind of sounding just kind of like nerdy. Like, okay, like some big words, and you were able to think of them, I guess, when you were writing, but like I don't know, it doesn't hit like Kendrick Lamar, like J. Cole's, but. And J. Cole doesn't even use big words like that. He just tells stories.
I think there has to be like a good balance. Like
like if you're smart and you're making music and you're really creative, is it the kind of like, oh, this guy's super creative, I couldn't in real life, I couldn't even be around you because you're annoying the way you talk.
I think it's
because I'll hear that in your music too. Like this is annoying, like the way you're talking.
I think it's low-key like a skill to like, because I feel like especially like artists like Kendrick and Cole and people that can like actually rap, like I feel like it's easy for them to do like the lyrical miracle type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like a skill to like be like, okay, how do I refine this and make it into something that's commercial?
Yeah, it's more palatable.
More palatable. Like how do I not necessarily dumb it down, but how do I still rap at a high level without like making it sound like the lyrical miracle type shit?
Yeah, with including everybody with regular vocabulary, How can I do that? And that's gotta be tough. That's really gotta be tough, especially if you think you had like the most like crazy bar ever. And it's like, well, if no one understands it except a few people, like.
That's true. I don't know. But like, there's always those people like MF Doom. Like he was that lyrical miracle dude, but shit was still like really dope. Like
yeah, but he had his own shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
rapped like
what he
him.
did is he made it like funny.
He did have a lot of funny bars,
right? Like,
but they were like serious too.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah,
It was like a
rap
funny
snitches
series.
and shit. You know, like that's a funny song, but he's not lying. Like everybody just telling on themselves.
For sure.
You know, that's crazy, bro. Like that's crazy. Like, but I've been listening to a lot of V's and shit lately. And like,
Wait, what is it?
V's?
What is that?
You know what V's is? You know what V's is? No?
That Detroit dude?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like that kind of voice.
Okay, yeah.
But he's got a bunch of.
I didn't know that's how
with,
you said it though.
That's how I say it. I don't know if that's right.
I don't know.
It's
right.
VEEZE, so I'm guessing it's V's, but who knows?
I think I always confuse him. No, I always confuse him and fucking what's his name? I swear.
I swear Vezzo.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
Valet.
Yeah, it's like, are you just saying like the
I swear Vezzo. I've heard a lot.
I thought they were the same person.
Decent amount of his music, and I don't remember what he sounds like. I don't know why, but I know because that name, like,
for some reason, I thought people were talking about the dude that you were talking about. I thought they were talking about I Swear Vezzo, but just like the short name of it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you. Yeah, like the slang, like like who's someone like Summers. You know what Summers is? Probably not. Yeah, so he's like a plug-in B like artist and stuff. This like Slay World. Well, Slay World's done, but anyway, like a plug-in B artist. Some shit I like, super auto-tuned and stuff, and they have their like ad libs. They put the like rock guitar like voice on there and the ad libs and shit. But they call him Rhino and stuff. And he had put some song out that I thought it was Miz, and I had said it, and someone's like, "No, Rhino been that or whatever." So I had no idea people call him Rhino and stuff. So it's like that, like. Right. I don't know their nicknames all the time, so I'm not that big of a fanboy, you know. So no, V's. But anyway, so a lot of his features are like, you know, they seem like they're dope boys because half of them can't even rap for real. They're just like saying like lingo that like makes sense to me. I'm like, right. Oh, okay, like or stuff that like, okay, I don't know what that means, but I know what he's talking about, you know. And so MF was making fun of guys like that because it's like, damn, this verse wasn't even hard. He did kind of say some like game stuff, but it's like, yeah, like nigga, what dude said like, I was hungry. No, I was scared of that dog until I got hungry. Right. So in a sense, it's like, okay, you know, he's scared of age. Sure. Then he had to eat and he had to do it. And the first thing, I guess, the only way he could get money was so that there's a lot of things to sell, but he goes
double
straight
entendre,
to the
at least.
Yeah, so it was kind of cool, but like, so it was kind of cool, but I was like, I don't know though, like, so, yeah, regardless, MF Doom was making fun of guys like that
for sure,
you know, because if that's true, like, that's crazy. You just said that,
right? And I don't know, there's something
lyrics now,
right? There's like some lines with Doom where it's like you think. He'll like fool you and like make you think he's gonna say like one thing, and then like he'll do a little pause and then like say something like completely different.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of like playing off of like the like you expect. It's like the cliche.
It's like your perception.
Yeah. It's like the cliche. Like this is the cliche line to say like right here. But then I'm about to flip it and say something completely different. Yeah. I can't think of an example, but.
I know what you mean.
He be doing that shit all the time.
Yeah. Like people, what's like a super common rap bar? Like, oh yeah, oh yeah, these girls trying to play me. We gonna teach hoes. This shit is easy like a free throw. How many niggas said that? So he would probably say something like. I don't know, something easy like, and he'd stop and be like, layup shot or something stupid something stupid like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he'd be like, okay, that's funny. And then he'll rhyme with layup and then keep it going and be like, okay, that's funny. Like,
for sure.
Wait, so it sounds like you hating on this album, bro.
No, I'm definitely not hating on it. Let me read
bro.
It's just
sounds like you hating right now.
I just feel like I'm not in a conscious
Kendrick Lamar mood.
Yeah, I'm not in a conscious mood at this point.
He drops every 5 years, bro. You weren't ready for this in 5 years. You're like, oh, not now. Not now.
Yeah,
Not now.
I feel like
could you wait a little longer?
I feel like I was too conscious at one point, and now I'm just like, yeah, I'm done with all the conscious shit.
Oh, you still need that conscious. Okay. Wait, when you were too conscious, what were you doing? Were you just like when you listened to like Asher Roth?
No, like
And
I
like
think
Nas,
I was
it's just
listening.
Nas, Asher Roth, and Jay. If you
Oh,
count Jay as
oh,
being conscious.
it was bad. It was so bad. I bought 3 Illmatic albums.
Why would you
I
do
bought
that?
like the original, the 10-year anniversary version, and the 20-year anniversary
You're,
version.
you're the dude that buys 2K and then the gold version and then the Kobe version and shit.
Yeah,
Holy
but
smokes!
this time it was classic rap
It
albums.
was all Nas.
Yeah.
Were they different in any way?
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all.
Well, the cases.
The cases
were
were different.
different,
The
right?
pamphlets were different.
You
Yeah,
get different pamphlets. Cool.
yeah. But what else was I listening to? Like Far Side.
Ooh, in the sea.
Yeah.
Farside's hot.
Lucy. They had that album Lucy.
Yep.
Yeah, I was listening to a lot of that. A lot of MF Doom too. Now that we speak of him, like
Yeah.
shit like that.
That's great. Farside. That's some old shit. Man.
Yeah. Some like Joey Badass.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the Beast Coast shit. Underachievers. Flat vs.
Underachievers.
Zombies.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of that shit.
I remember. Yeah. Underachievers. Who else? Yeah. Okay. Some other like guys. All the pro era. I'm sure.
Yeah, all
I
those
can't
type
name
of
any of those
dudes.
dudes, but
Yeah.
yeah, hip hop.
Yeah, for sure.
And we usually wore yourself out and shit. You're like, I'm done.
A little
I'm
bit.
done with them making sense.
A little bit. But
I'm sick of them making sense. Let me just
right. But like
let
I
me
said,
have
I'm
the drug
still
talk now.
I'm still like a sucker for like some good rap shit. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this was like very like and you get this with Kendrick all the time. Like To Pimp a Butterfly was like basically a jazz rap album. You know what I'm saying? Like his music isn't just like cut and dry. Like you know what I'm saying?
No, it's like
it's
you can hear it on the on your phone or whatever car or whatever you're playing, but
for sure. And
it's easy to transfer that to live band,
right?
Like in concert. It's not like, you hear like someone who uses straight up Fruity Loop beats. That's the fucking Fruity Loop beat, dog.
Yeah.
FL Studio, and they got somebody trying to mimic trap drums with like real drums.
Right. So I just feel like I need to listen a couple more times and catch like some more of the things, because I was listening to a review of it with Rory and Ball.
Oh yeah, I haven't been checking on them. They're still doing shit.
Oh yeah, dog.
Is it good?
They're dropping 2 pods a week. They're killing it, low key. But I was listening to like their little synopsis, their thoughts about it, and I wasn't confused, but I was like, how did you get that from this? And I was like, man, I just need to listen to a couple more times, probably.
Yeah. I think for me, we can go back to it too. Well, this is good. This will be our first like impression of it.
Right.
So far you think it was a little long, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
I'd say for what's going on now, yeah, it is a little long, but I think that's a good thing.
For sure. I think it's like a lot of like at least the themes that I got were like not necessarily themes, were like the lines that caught out or stood out to me was that line where he was talking about Drake and Kanye. He was like, they made up and I couldn't understand. I guess I'm not there yet type shit.
Yeah.
I
that one went over my head.
Ah, damn.
So what was he? Okay.
I think the basic basically what he was trying to say was like he saw them like make up and be like, something's popping. Yeah, I hear that too.
It's going faster. Like a fan. Take our headsets out. Take that out too.
Still there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Technical difficulties, sir.
Oh, I don't hear it anymore.
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
You figured it out. You were like, it's getting faster. I was like,
yeah,
oh, no.
it was. I was just told to blow up. Like, no, not right now.
What was I saying? Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, sorry.
It was kind of a short line, and I feel like it needed more explanation. But
Yeah, but it still caught your attention a little bit.
yeah, he was like, I can't even remember what song it was either. Because the way I listen to albums, I just put it on and I just play it.
Yeah,
and I listen to while I drive. So I'm just driving, listening.
Yeah. I'm always doing something else.
But he was basically like, he saw the Drake and Kanye shit. He saw the makeup and be like, well, I guess I'm not there yet. Like if I basically saying
he's just not weird like them.
Yeah, I think that's the impression I got.
That's what I hear.
But also like,
Drake's weird, bro.
Yeah, I think he was also just
weird.
like I would kill these dudes. Like if someone had beef with me, like it'd be a rap.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be no making up. Like
yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
it'd be
I
like,
don't know.
It'd be like some 50 Ja Rule shit. Like you wouldn't have a career anymore.
Yeah, I'd have to keep coming at you or whatever. But no one believed that fucking Drake and Kanye beef. It's like one of those things where you see two dorks fighting. Like, and they actually get to fight like in school at the start, and you just watch them. They're like, yo, it's crazy though. Like when this is over, no one's gonna be like, yo, that dude's tough now. Like,
right? They
both just lost. That beef was terrible.
For sure.
That beef was terrible, especially with all these rappers dying and stuff.
Right. For
that
sure.
shit is terrible. Okay, so I hear. Okay, so yeah. Well then, how about we do some.
I don't know. I feel like I just gotta listen a little bit more to catch like the real deeper undertones.
Well, out of it, okay. So anything else you gotta say about it before we can talk about it more, but just for your official first take out of 1,000, you're gonna give it what and then why?
And 8,000.
No, out of 1,000.
Oh fucking
damn! Unless you liked it that much.
And
800. That shit was good, huh?
800 out of 1,000.
800.
Yeah.
Okay, and a couple pros and cons to make you give that score.
I think pros would be it's very like funky. I would say that's a good way to say it.
Yeah.
It was very like of the culture almost. Like it's like he's commentating on black culture almost.
Yeah.
And it's like especially like that song when he's talking about his aunt. And that little song that I thought was an interlude with him and his lady arguing. Just little shit like that where it's like it feels like it's like not real life, but you know what I'm saying? Like
I know what you mean.
Like not in like a little, not necessarily relatable, but like you know what I'm saying? Like he's like just observing and telling us like this is like how it is.
Yeah, bro. So
in those two songs in particular, but in little ways in different songs as well.
Okay. I mean, shit, 800 is pretty good out of 1,000, I'd say.
Right. I feel like I just need to listen to it a couple more times. What did you think about the Kodak feature?
It was okay. Kodak is real hit and miss with me.
You think so?
Yeah, like sometimes he like kills it, and sometimes I'm just like, you're being silly, man. Like you didn't even try.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. I feel like whenever he's being silly, it ends up being like pretty dope.
Yeah, no, even his bad stuff is like still fun, but a lot of times I'm like, bro, you mailed it in. Like I know you didn't try because I can hear you when you're really killing it.
Right.
You know? So now I'm like, okay, you just like Certified Lover Boy, you just mailed it in, dog. Like
yeah,
it wasn't like the
enough.
worst thing ever.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, like you made the All-Star team a couple times already. Like this mediocre effort, like. I feel like 17 points. I feel like
we
that's not
sleep
enough
on.
for you, nigga.
I feel like we sleep on how hot Kodak's been for how long.
I don't sleep on that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like when did I think No Flapping was like 2014 or something like that. Like
yeah, Kodak's been hot for a minute.
Like and even that was that's a certified platinum in the streets. That song.
And he keeps
turn on No
trouble, bro.
You turn on No Flocking on right now in any hood. I bet you everybody's gonna know the songs.
Yeah, or Patty Cake.
Yeah, or what is that song that he has with French Montana? Lockjaw.
I'm sure if I heard it.
He's talking shit till they get lockjaw.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yo, you know what? I'm gonna give Mr. Morale Big Steppers 845 at first. I'm gonna give a little more than you because there was a lot of songs like the one where he's saying like faggot a bunch, and then
Yeah, that's the one about his auntie.
Yeah, and then Father Time was crazy, and then the argument song with We Cry Together, and then I liked how he didn't have that, like he had features, but it was like Die Hard. Okay, so Die Hard had Amanda Reefer, who I never heard of, and Blast. I know Blast. And then Father Time had Sampha. Cry Together had Taylor Page. Purple Hearts had Summer Walker and Ghostface Killer, which is a very interesting song. I think Rich Spirit was ass. I hated that song. That was the one. That was when he was like, "I'm attractive" or something like that. I think that song was straight ass. Kodak Black, Baby Keem, Sam Do. And then he had enough songs that was just him. Like half of the songs were just him, and the other half were features.
Right.
I just liked how he had some of the songs that were. I don't want to say it's cringy, but it like caught my ear a little bit, and I was just like, "Ooh, like you can't play this everywhere. Like some people are too sensitive for this." Sure. That's what I really liked about it.
I feel like in that one song, what is it called? Anti-Diaries or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. I got it right here.
I don't know, but I feel like in that song he was using like a similar flow to
15th song.
I feel like he was using a similar flow to what is that song on
one of his albums?
Yeah, the Art of Peer Pressure.
Okay.
I feel like he was kind of using the similar flow where he was like it's like he kind of sounds detached and like matter of fact.
Yeah.
Where he was like Demetrius is a man now or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
And I don't know. It just sounded like the same, kind of like the same flow or the same like cadences he used in the Art of Peer Pressure.
Gonna burn you out. Quarter take your gas, one pistol.
But I feel like I don't know. At least for me, I feel like we all have an auntie or uncle that's of the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah.
Or cousins, like we all have a family member that's of that community.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, whether or not whether or not we
know it or not,
whether know it or not, or exactly, or accept it or not, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's relatable.
Yeah, no, it's
Everyone
crazy.
Has an aunt or a cousin, or
and then I think
like
he's talking about them transitioning too. So like I haven't heard a song like that. Like that's wild.
Right. And I mean, it's kind of,
and it's true though. Like that's just happening in real life.
And it's just talking about how he's like growing and like it just talks about how like he would say the word all the time and like not realizing how much it would hurt someone.
Yeah.
Like that. So
kids in grade school, whatever.
Right.
Like, yeah, we said that shit all the time.
Yeah,
it wasn't
for
like
sure.
We didn't think it was a thing.
For sure.
And that's real. Like you don't really, and at the same time, it was almost a little cringe. I was like, ooh, at first I was like, oh shit. And so if the album can actually make me feel something, other than like just a take on what I think about the music, it's doing a pretty good job. So that's why I give it a 800. No, 845 out of 1,000 because it's pretty good. There's a couple songs I didn't like.
Right. I feel like the best music always like not makes you think, but like makes you relate in some type of way. Like I don't know. I feel like there's always like certain songs or certain lines would be like, oh, I know exactly what he means when he said that type shit.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
So I like that.
For sure. Gotta like it.
I have to hear it a couple more times, I guess.
I want to give like a better like opinion on like more than just like the music, more like what he was talking about. I feel like I want to give a better opinion on that, and I can't really give without listening a little bit more. giving it a little dissect.
News. Golden
News.
State Warriors just beat Dallas Mavericks tonight.
So the Dallas is down 2-0.
Yep.
Weren't they doing down 2-0 last series though? They were down 2 games last series. I think they were.
Yeah, I think they were.
Because Luka was
'Cause Luka
injured
was
for
hurt.
one of the series,
I think
one
he
of the
was-
games.
Yeah, I think he
The
was.
first game.
Yeah. First one or second. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so I mean, I got the Warriors winning all of it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, probably. You
'Cause
can't
it's literally-
can't sleep on the Warriors, but at the same time, Dallas has like really made a lot of adjustments these last
Oh, they're
series.
balling.
Like they've overachieved. I'll say that in every
Yeah. Yeah.
what am I trying to say? In every series, I thought they were the underdog, and they pulled it out.
Yep.
Did they play the Utah first?
I think
Who played Utah first?
it.
I feel like it was the
Wait,
Utah Mavs.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was, right?
Yeah, because I think
Because the one dude got hurt. No, that was before. Oh, Joe Ingles, he got hurt before the playoffs. Just kidding. Someone got hurt. Oh, I'll look for you.
I don't know, but I just remember feeling like that was like a good one, and being like, oh, it's a toss up. And then when they were about to face the Suns, I was like, oh, I mean, obviously the Suns got this.
Right, I was riding. I thought the Suns were gonna make it. I was gonna ride with them. Yep, yeah, they were. Yep, 4-2. They beat the Utah Jazz and then the Phoenix in 7, and they're down 2 to the Golden State.
Right. So I feel like, I mean, all playoffs they've been at least the underdog in a little aspect.
Yeah, I think people. I mean, injuries are part of the game, but I don't think Milwaukee would have lost if they had Chris Middleton.
Yeah,
Even though
I don't
Boston's
think so
balling.
either, yeah.
You know, I don't think.
I mean,
Philly would have lost either. If Joel
What
Embiid
is?
was
I
fine.
think Boston is down 2 games too, right?
No, it's tied up.
It's tied up. They won game 2.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and they got Marcus Smart back and Horford back. I think that game, so it was
Oh, okay.
totally different.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I mean that Golden State team, that's the same championship team plus Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
Is it Jordan Poole this? Isn't it? Is Jordan?
He's balling.
Yeah.
Golden
he's
State knows
nice.
how to draft, bro. What the fuck is up?
They
with
do. They
those
took
guys?
those 2 years. They're like, oh shit, we're hurt. Let's just get these draft picks and just keep the guys we have already when
Right.
they're healthy.
Even trading to get Andrew Wiggins, like
Gary Payton, yeah, Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton Jr. was balling before he got hurt. They still got Looney who does like good things.
yeah.
Fucked up, bro. That team's gonna be good for a minute still. A good like 6 years.
I mean, yeah,
At
for
least.
sure. Yeah, that's like, where do we rank the Warriors on like the dynasties?
I don't know. I feel like people
Are
kind of
they-
don't give them a dynasty credit.
What? How could you not? They went
I
5
don't
straight
know why they can't.
finals.
I just feel like I don't hear it that much.
Maybe it's because we're in the midst of it and they're still
Yeah.
like low key good, but those dudes went to 5 straight finals.
Maybe it's got to be like 20 years from now when we start, they do comparisons and stuff.
Fair enough.
They'll be like, yeah, but you remember that Golden State Warriors team? They're going to bring that shit up.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we obviously got the Lakers dynasties in like the 70s. No, that was more so 80s with Magic and them.
Yeah,
And
a
you got-
couple, yeah.
And then you got, I mean, yeah, you definitely got a couple with fucking Shaq
Mhm.
and Kobe
Mm-hmm.
and all them. And then obviously 2 Jordan dynasties.
I think you're right. I think it's just because we're in the midst of it.
But I mean, 5 straight finals? Come on.
Because I mean, when it was happening, it was all about them,
For sure.
So I think they're just trying to move it around. But I mean, I was always saying this. I'm like, dude, this whole time when they were hurt, I'm like, dude, these guys are gonna be fine. Like when they come back, they're just getting draft picks and saving money, letting everybody beat up on each other while they come back in 2 years. Like, and they've came back from the grave and they're shooting on everybody. I mean, if Spencer Dinwiddie. Okay, and then what's the other dude they got from the Kings? Just a fucking steal. Jalen Brunson. I don't know why the fuck they traded that guy. The Kings are terrible. They should let us run that shit. I bet we at least see the playoffs, bro. I bet we go to the playoffs if we let me run the Kings. In at least 3 years, I bet we make the playoffs.
Yeah, with De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah,
De'Aaron Fox.
they got
I'll build a team around that guy.
They got De'Aaron Fox. I wouldn't give them that much money, but they got De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes, and then the dude from the Pacers they got in that trade, which wasn't bad. I don't think I give up Jalen Brunson for him, but you already have Jalen Fox, whatever. Sabonis. So they got Sabonis. So they got 3 decent players, borderline all-stars. You do something with that. You just make the A seed. Fuck.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jalen Brunson, and Luka Doncic can beat the Golden State Warriors. I'd be so surprised. But I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean.
And then they got that one tall dude. I think he's Spanish or something. He's pretty good too.
Right. And yeah, they got some like low key no names, but I don't know. Not in the West. I don't think you can do that.
The West isn't what the West was like when Kobe was in it.
Oh, for sure not. But it's still pretty stacked. I mean, the whole NBA is fucking stacked. What can you say?
Yeah, but I think the East is more competitive than the West right now.
I feel like when you get to the higher ups, but like I feel like if you put like a seed in the West versus an A seed in the East, you would see like a bit of a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that. This it's usually been the West has always been better. Like, well, in my lifetime, for the most part, the West has always had like 2 more good teams.
Yeah,
But
I feel
like this is like the first year it's not been like that.
Right.
Like,
I feel like people just want to play in the West more than the East.
oh yeah, those
as far as like
destinations,
free agency and stuff. Yeah.
those destinations are like. I mean,
But like,
I don't know. I mean, it must be terrible to like play in Orlando. It's so funny that they can't make a good team. Like it's Florida.
I mean, the Heat's a great destination.
Yeah,
and
but
they're
even
in
they
the
like
East.
sometimes have trouble like getting players in comparison to what you think.
Yeah.
Like the Miami Dolphins, they have trouble getting players and stuff. It's like it's so sick there, right? But
For sure.
there's got to be other things going on.
Right.
Let's see this. Damn.
I don't know. I feel like it's a great time for basketball. What can I say?
It is. I'm just saying. Okay. Wait. Let's look at the. Do you think the Pelicans or Atlanta was better?
The Pelicans or Atlanta?
Yeah.
Like a better team?
Yeah, better team.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna say the Pelicans because they got CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram. I would put those two up again. I would take them more than I would take Trae Young and Capella. I'll say that.
Capella, John Collins.
Right.
I see that. Yeah. It's hard to even like look at the logos and imagine like with these East teams, 'cause they've been so whatever. No, I get what you're saying. Because if the 6th seed is Denver and the 6th seed is Chicago, okay, well yeah, both those guys have people hurt. I see what you mean. I just feel like the East isn't as weak as it used to be when it was like it was just like LeBron and like
I don't think it's
3 other teams. And
I don't really think it's weak at all. Like I feel like that Bulls team was pretty good too. You know? What I'm saying?
If they didn't get hurt,
right. I mean, and if they didn't face Milwaukee in the first round, if they caught a different seed number, they
I mean, missing
might have been able to make a run.
Caruso and Lonzo Ball.
Yeah,
Like both of your points. Like
I
what the
think Brown's
fuck?
missing Caruso.
Yeah, Lakers messed up, bro. They had some good players.
They did.
They had some good players, man. They really. We should do a whole episode about how LeBron's career has been mismanaged.
I feel like I ask you this like every week, but have you been watching that Lakers show?
No, I'm not. I haven't seen it yet. You still watching that shit, bro? Is it good?
It's good.
I've been catching up on Atlanta.
Oh man, don't even say
That's
anything.
just good.
Don't ruin it. I'm waiting until everything comes out and then I'm gonna watch it all.
No, I won't ruin it. There's some good episodes though.
Yeah,
they don't even got nothing to do with the main guys. They just like do their thing.
Those are my favorite ones, Loki.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all are creative,
like
man. Like,
episodes. I like that one episode where he goes to maybe this is 2 different episodes, but where Paperboy gets lost in the forest,
in the woods,
and shit.
Yeah,
is that the same episode where he goes to get a haircut and the barber keeps playing him? And the barber keeps being like, "Oh, I got."
He's dating that girl, and he brings the girl to the place. That's not the same episode.
I
Is it?
think so. I don't know. He like goes to the barber, and the first barbershop is closed, and so he goes to this other one, and he's like, "Yeah, I got you." And he puts them all in a chair, and he makes like one little cut into his hair, and then he gets a phone call. He's like, "Oh snap! I gotta go do this," and he's like, "I'll cut you right after. Like, just come with." And then like it just turns into like
I think so.
Right.
Remember he goes, yeah, they go to the woods, or he's outside the woods. And they're like, oh,
Yeah.
you paper boy, huh?
yeah,
He's
maybe
like, yeah.
maybe this is the same episode.
And then it gets quiet. And he's like, oh fuck, they about to get me.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dude was fought with the box cutter. He's like, I'm your dad or some shit like that. I can't remember. He
Right,
thought it was his dad.
right. And then it has some like trippy episodes. It's like what the fuck did I just watch?
So they got a couple of those too. I'm like, oh,
Like there's
creative.
that one episode where they go to they're trying to do a performance on a college and they get caught up with those white dudes.
with the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they get caught up with those white dudes.
He was laying with the girl. He lived on the roof. It was like footprint things on the roof.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. And then he was talking. No, yeah, he was talking to the girl, and the girl they were staying with saw and got jealous and poured the drink.
Something like
and then
that.
it started just to get bad after that.
Yeah.
And they had the security dude that they got out of jail.
Mhm.
You see something? Just
Right. Well, yeah.
okay.
Me and my homies are always like, it's fun. We have like an inside joke from the first episode where he's riding on the bus with his daughter and some random dude comes up and he starts making a sandwich, starts saying some like real deep shit, and then he's like wearing like a suit and he's like starts saying some real deep shit, and then he just looks over and he's like, "You better eat this sandwich, nigga." And then he's like, "No," and then he like shoves it in his face. So like just like out of nowhere, me and my friends would be like, "Hey, yo, you better eat this sandwich, nigga."
Shit's random, bro.
Super random. Donald Glover is very talented. Like I feel like not many people can make music, write TV shows.
Yeah, he's got
and
quite the work
movies.
ethic.
And do stand up. You know what I'm saying?
He's got quite the work ethic.
Very true.
I knew this nasty girl who hooked up with him. She told me the whole story and shit. It was such a boring thought story though.
Fair enough.
It's like, oh my god, I met him and like it was awesome, and I fucked him. It's like, all right, cool, like, great. And then what? And that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it. I was like, all right, cool. Like, that was her chance, you know.
You weren't like, well, how'd he smell?
How was he? You could kiss her.
I've been dying to know.
Yeesh. Donald Glover. Yeah, but he a rich kid though.
Yeah. But like I'm sure there's a lot of rich kids that aren't that talented.
Yeah, but there's a lot of not rich kids that don't have connections like that.
You've got a point.
I'm just saying. I gotta ding that on. I gotta give you a ding on that one. He's
I
gotta
can see
work.
that.
He's gotta work super hard regardless. But
For sure.
come on, man. Donald Glover Jr. Donald Glover, bro.
Fair enough.
Huge.
All right. What else has been going on? Did we talk about that Buffalo shooting?
A little bit. I think. Did we? Did we talk about this on the phone? Not on the pod?
It's a possibility.
I mean, shit.
What about those?
Obvious.
What about those Denver shootings? You never like.
Which one?
There's a shooting in Denver at a hotel.
Oh yeah.
Give me some more information on that. That's where I was like, whoa.
Oh, so there was some shooting at a hotel.
Do we know which one? Was it downtown?
I could look it up. I'm not sure which one it was. I can't name it off the top of my head, but there was a shooting, and I sent it to you because the dude's sweater, right? But I don't know what the problem was. That there's one. Okay, it's not funny when people get shot. Okay, we get it. It's not cool. But there's a funny part because they have the tape, and you see this dude. This is we gotta get the screen up and get the screen up and shit. It's one part where they're doing their thing. Before the shooting happens, before the fight happens. You know how you see it, right? Like people are coming together, like people start arguing, like pointing and stuff, and people start pushing each other back. So you start seeing that shit, and you're like, "Oh, what's gonna happen?"
It was like a
a scuffle type of thing.
When you say hotel shooting, I'm thinking someone
Like
went.
it was set up.
No, I'm thinking someone walked into a hotel lobby and just started shooting. You know what I'm
like
saying?
the dude at the grocery store. No,
Yeah,
it was just
yeah,
happened to be at a hotel. No, they
Okay,
just happened to be at a
okay,
hotel bar
okay,
or whatever.
okay.
So you see them.
I got you.
Yeah, it wasn't like a mass murder, like domestic terrorist
That's
shit.
what I'm
It was
over here
gang
thinking,
shit
like, what
or
the
whatever.
fuck? Okay.
It was just nigga shit. So they're in the thing. You could see them, and something happens. All of a sudden, two dudes start fucking dumping off, and the one dude's got his drink in his hand. He's drinking. He's just like, oh, now. He's like, pow, pow, pow. He's holding his drink up perfectly. The ice isn't even moving. He's just like, ah, da, 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 and they run out and shit. But I sent that to you because he had the PH hoodie on, the I Love PH hoodie on.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, why you wearing that? They got no mask. They got nothing. They don't even got a hat low or nothing, bro. They're just dumping it in that place. And so yeah, that's why I said it too. So I don't know what that was about. Just some nigga shit. But
Save the drink.
yeah, and he kept his drink up. And yeah, and they had that PA sweater on, so I sent it to you because I was like, oh yeah, you got that fucking wax sweatshirt on and stuff. That's so funny.
That's so funny. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, shit, what do you want to say about the dude killing a bunch of black folk? Shit seems normal to me.
I mean, a little bit. That's not a good thing.
Definitely not a good thing.
I feel like my only not my only problem. I feel like I don't know why people target grocery stores. Like I kind of understand this. I can't understand this. I can't understand this.
Defenseless.
Yeah, I can't understand the school, but I get the quote unquote motive. Like, oh, these people have been bullying me since elementary school. I'm about to shoot them up. Whatever. I get the motive on that, right?
Yeah.
Where else do people like shoot up places?
I'm
mostly thinking schools here.
The club, the social events. So school is a little different,
Right.
But it's just social events. It's where groups of people get.
Yeah, but I'm like, why are we? I don't know. I just don't know what goes through this person's head. Like, these people are innocent.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, he's not thinking about that. He's like, how can I get all these people and what are the best chance to do it? Like, okay.
Right.
I'll go to the grocery store. They got 2 security guards with floppy ass pistols. So I'll just go buy some body armor so those pistols don't kill me.
Oh, I used to work at a grocery store and our security guards weren't shit. Like, they didn't even have pistols or nothing.
Yeah, so
They
like,
just kind of stood there.
So like they call the cops, you know, like, so where can I get people? You know, the people are looking at lettuce and shit, and all of a sudden, you know what I mean? You're shooting at them and stuff. Like,
Right.
You're not really strapped like that at the grocery
I don't
store.
know. Maybe I'm just thinking it through my head because, like, if I ever would need to kill someone, I feel like I would have a reason. Like,
Yeah.
what is my motive here? Like,
Well, they say he's because he's trying to kill black people. So. That was his motive.
yeah, but
Doesn't
even
like niggas.
yeah, but even if I was racist, like, I feel like this black person would have to do something to me in order for me to be angry at them. Like, I'm not just mad at someone just because they're black, you know?
Oh yeah, well that they're talking about that, you know, that it's people who feel like, or Caucasian who feel like they're becoming the minority now, and they're getting replaced and stuff. So if they kill something that's only 13%, hey, you know, he killed 10 people and then he went to jail and might get a death sentence, but that's 10 for one when we're already.
Oh, you mean to tell me you're afraid to be a minority?
Me?
This person?
No. Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, that shows you how
terrifying.
minorities are treated if you're afraid to be one.
Yeah, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. I always tell people like that, like, especially like, you know, kids that are younger who are white and stuff. I'm like, yo, like, don't, like, that shit might sound slick that people are saying, but don't let that shit get you fucked up in the future. Like, we might not see it until we're super old, you know, but things are evening out slowly if we don't blow this world up. You know, and people are gonna remember. People are gonna pass down like the epidemic shit or whatever it's called. People are gonna pass down them stories of how they were treated like shit. And if it becomes to the point where, you know, it's 25% white and 25% black, 25% Hispanic, and 15% Asian, and 10% whatever, like people won't be able to look the other way. If people won't,
I feel like we should be like, if this dude's mad at anyone, he should be mad at Asians. Like, that's 3/4 of the population. What the fuck? Mad at black people? Like, all we got is Africa and 13% of America.
We're talking about here. Don't listen to Max Asian bias, okay? I don't know what happened.
I'm just saying, if you're mad at people because they're the minority or the majority or whatever.
But black people, see, the thing is, what I think is black people haven't assimilated themselves into like white culture like other cultures have. You can say you're Irish or Russian or whatever. First of all, if you're born, you're fucking American. There's nothing Irish fucking about you. You're Irish, Russian, whatever you are. No, bro, you're Caucasian American. You know what I mean? And you could all, when you see all those people, I bet if you saw somebody who's got Polish grandparents, Irish grandparents, Czech grandparents, they're white. You're not looking at them like, oh yeah, you got a real French Czech background. Like you don't see that shit.
Yeah,
I don't.
For sure
see
not. Yeah, not at all.
I can kind of see some stuff, but not really, right? But you can't do that when you're black or mixed. You can't. You just don't do it. You haven't assimilated into like white culture, you know. So,
but I feel like at the same time, I feel like
Asians though have done that, and a lot of Hispanics too. Have like, kind of assimilated and sucked up and stuff, so they don't want no issues, which is very smart or whatever. But that's only because there's so many of them.
But I feel like a little bit of American culture is black culture or minority culture. I feel like a lot of American culture is that. Like, I feel like a lot of American culture is not being different, but it's brought up of like it being kind of like a place where people go, you know, where, you know what I'm saying? Like, pot. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it is.
Yeah.
But now
I feel like that. I just feel like that's a big part of American culture. Like being multicultural is a part of American culture.
It is, but now people are taking it somewhere else, so we're getting confused. You know, when you sit here and you call yourself whatever country you're from, but I'm an American. So first you're Italian, right? But then you're American and shit, and then you don't do nothing. You don't do nothing Italian. Like what do you do? Like we're the only place that does that. I don't know anybody who lives like in the UK that's like, oh yeah, like I'm fucking Mexican or whatever, but I was born here. Like they don't like we do that shit, but then we put each other in boxes when it comes to just American politics too. Like I don't know, it's super confusing. And I think like we're evolving now though. Like you can't even say that anymore. Like there shouldn't be a minority. It should be a little more equal. We shouldn't even be talking about the minority anymore. You know, like
for sure.
I don't know. It's too many of them. I always say that if they can look the other way.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like there's just like crazy shit happening all the time. Like,
oh yeah,
I feel like I don't know. Like
they just
shootings.
They just picking on niggas. They just picking on niggas because niggas haven't figured out how to do nothing really yet. That's why.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
There's not gonna be that. There's not gonna be no retaliation for real, other than showing the internet. People are like, oh, that's messed up. It's like they're not scared of you like they should be.
I mean, I think this proves like they were like ultra scared.
Oh yeah, you could say, but not okay. But there's different kinds of fear. There's fear where you act out and I gotta take care. Like I'm a martyr. I'm a hero. I gotta go take care of this shit because I'm afraid for our future as Caucasians or whatever. And then there's the fear where like I'm not gonna even say anything because I'm scared.
Right. Well, I mean, what would you say an appropriate retaliation would be? I mean, I feel like we can't just go around killing random white people. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because then I feel like we're just as bad.
Yeah, no, of course, and we'll never do that. There'll be these crazy race crimes and stuff where they go in court and then the black family is like, oh, we'll pray for you after that white dude killed their kid and shit. They'll do that shit. White people are way too forgiving when it comes to that. When it comes to other cultures, but it's no, it's not nothing like that. It's just the fact that like that shit never happens. It's never like, oh shit, like a bunch of black people were killed and then some black guy went crazy and did the same back. Like that never like happens. I'm not saying I want that to happen, but if there's no like fear that that's going to happen, like if people weren't afraid of America, they would have been took our shit, you know. But they know what's gonna happen if you fuck with us, you know. So like people know, especially a lot of white people, they know nothing's really gonna happen if you fuck with us like that, other than like some public shaming, and then obviously you can get jail time or whatever if you kill 10 people. Duh.
Right.
But for the most part, you know, if you keep someone from getting a job, if someone's mistreating you, look the other way, you have a really good chance of nothing really happening to you.
Right. Yeah.
And
I feel like
everybody knows that,
right. I mean, and then at the same time, I feel like what can you really do? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what white institution can like us as black people like really take down or band together and prevent? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's hard because they're like all mixed in with each other and shit.
Right.
Like,
Very true.
you know, I don't know. I'm about to go get some more guns though, so.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
I'll be alright.
Yeah, you won't catch me liking in the supermarket.
Nah, definitely not. It'll be a totally different cleanup.
Yeah, for
totally
sure.
Different cleanup.
But I mean, what's his name? Dylan Roof got their ass in a church. So I don't even know why I'm surprised about a supermarket.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like where like
Crazy.
You know, what do pedophiles do? What do serious pedophiles do? They get teaching jobs, they get counseling jobs, wherever they have a chance to get. Yeah, exactly. But they want to get success, so where are they gonna go? They're gonna go to those places.
Sick.
I know, man. So same shit. If you're like, maybe not a raper, but almost a rape. Yeah, well, you know, if you want to take advantage of women and stuff, like get a security job at the fucking strip club, or you know, start moving certain kinds of drugs, or you know what I mean. Like it's easy way to. They're just looking for victims, man. Easy wins.
Fair enough.
That's what I think. Anyway, it's kind of messed up.
I haven't seen the video either, and someone was telling me about the video, and he was like, "Yeah." At one point, he pointed the gun at a white dude, and he was like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah.
Didn't mean to
you
do
don't.
that.
Oh yeah, I watched the video.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, you watched the video. No, he went to go shoot the white dude, and he was like, he's like, "Oh, my bad," and then he went on. I was like, "Oh," and then people on the internet so like, "Yeah, y'all gotta make everything about race," and that's the biggest distraction. If you are of color, black, mixed, anything like that, if you find yourself on the internet getting frustrated, this is the game, because I'm white. I'm part white. This is the game they play. This is deny and propaganda and to shift the blame, right? So you gotta think, if someone's online complaining about police brutality, if you see someone, and I know you'll see this if you really go online and watch this, one of the most common responses will be like, "Oh, well, cops kill more white people than black people." So they'll say that, right? And that's a fact. That's 100% fact. But when it's, 70% of the population versus 13% of the population, and already to this year, if I'm correct, what I just saw, it's already like 30-30, white and black. Jeez. You can't lie and act like you don't see that the numbers are kind of fucked up. But that's what they'll say. So they'll say shit like that. So it's when you take a fact and it spins the whole thing. So, more white people are killed by black people. So if that's a fact, right? If there's more police brutality on white people, why don't you care? Right? So if that's a fact, why don't you care about it? Because you just assume they're all bad people. Like, okay, so you got caught up. That's one trick to do. So that's propaganda. It's kind of cherry picking the fact and trying to get somebody who's already trying to kind of ignore the shit and leave it alone. You know what I mean? Most mixed people and black people or whatever, people of color, don't have this huge like list of facts to have to describe something that they've been through.
Right. Like,
I don't have to give you all these facts. Like, if you don't know, then like you just don't know. I don't know how you don't know.
Right.
I don't really get it. Obviously, if you're from some of these neighborhoods out here, I can understand that. You know what I mean? Because I don't see any black people sometimes out here. I could understand that. But so propaganda and deflecting is a big thing you'll see when it comes to that. So you have a dude with a semi-automatic rifle or whatever, and he's got nigger spray painted on it, and there's still people online like, I don't know, you gotta make everything a race thing. Like, no, it's like, you just don't care about black people, bro. Like, it's okay. Yeah. If you don't, just be honest. Like, you don't care.
I was scrolling through the internets, and I think it was YouTube, and it was a Fox News channel, and it's the name of the video is "What Constitutes a Hate Crime," and it was in the and the thumbnail was like the talking head, the anchor, or whatever, and in the upper right was the picture of the dude's gun saying nigger on it.
Yeah.
And it was like, what constitutes a hate crime? Like, if anything, it's this. Like, are we really debating if this is a hate crime?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why is it like? What is the question here? I don't understand. Like,
Right. Crazy.
yeah, man. Yeah, he was the great replacement theory. They think they're getting replaced,
I also heard that he.
which they are.
I don't know if this is hearsay or not, but I heard that he drove 4 hours.
Yeah, he
Like,
did it.
he specifically chose a specific.
Yeah, he cased it out and everything.
supermarket
He
in
was
Buffalo.
ready. He was ready to put in work, man.
I'm
He
just
was
saying, like,
ready.
during those whole 4 hours of driving, you weren't like, oh man, this isn't a good idea. That's a lot of time to think.
Nah, he was pumped. He was pumped. He was listening to whatever he was listening to.
I'm just saying that's a lot of time to think.
Probably popping a pill or two. He cased that joint.
And during those whole 4 hours, you didn't think to yourself, oh, man, this isn't a good idea.
I mean, I don't know.
During that whole time, you were like,
I never drilled out like that.
but dog, I don't know. I couldn't even like put myself in this dude's shoes.
Yeah.
I
Well,
feel
maybe you can get a chance to. They don't really allow interviews in Supermaxes, but I'm pretty sure that dude's coming around this way to one of these jails. What he did. Ask him yourself.
God, wild, craziness. It's a crazy world.
Yeah. Condolences to all those families and stuff. That's just fucked up.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, what's up with people like, oh yeah, and so I also see people in comments like, oh, that's our Second Amendment if they didn't take guns away. I'm like, there's not one person at that supermarket that had a gun with how the gun laws are here. Like, not one person had like all these gun toting niggas are never around.
That was kind of a point that I was
They're
thinking.
never around.
It's kind of a point I was thinking too, but it is in New York, so maybe he
Oh,
specifically
yeah,
went
New
to
York.
Buff. I don't know if like New York City and New York State have different laws around guns, but I know at least in New York City, like you can't be having guns. So I'm assuming it's the same New York State just because it's the same state.
Yeah, it's still got to be rough.
Right, and usually gun laws are state by state.
Yeah. But still, right? He went to a place where there's a bunch of black people. Oh, niggas got guns all the time, guns and drugs and shit. Not one of them niggas had guns.
No, but I'm saying I don't think that people out there are allowed to have guns like that. So maybe he chose a place where there was a less chance that the ordinary person would have a gun.
Yes, no, that makes sense. I'm just saying for the same type of people who will argue that, oh, that wasn't a race crime because I don't know why they're thinking like that. They're probably the same people to say, oh yeah, well, niggas always got guns and drugs and shit. Right. Not one of the niggas had guns on them there to protect themselves. Like, what happened? Like, what happened to these stereotypes? How come they like go in and out depending on the situation? It's just like the country, just like most of the country doesn't care.
Right.
They don't care, and it's profitable to hate on black people, and because when you hate on black people, they just keep making something cooler. So keeps us in this fucking weird struggle. But sports, but college athletes are getting paid now, and it's just about to change. So it's over with.
I just feel like it's just like more of a reason for like me to be on edge. I feel like there's certain places where I know like I should watch my back. You know what I'm saying? If I'm pumping gas at 1 a.m, I should probably be on the lookout. You know what I'm saying? Like certain places I feel like I should be on the lookout. Not at the damn grocery store. I never feel like I should be watching my back right now. Yeah. When I'm shopping.
That dude's a terrorist.
Right. When I'm shopping for groceries. Never am I like, gotta watch my back around here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even no matter what neighborhood I'm in, the King Supers is always a safe place.
Yeah. And where I be working in these white ass neighborhoods, I heard more commotion about Will Smith slap than this dude killing 10 niggas.
Well, the thing about that is, I think you can probably make a little bit more jokes about Will Smith getting slapped, or other way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it was disgusting to them.
Okay, I kind of get what you. I kind of get what you're getting at.
It was disgusting and a mockery to the Academy.
But just about it being in the news loop for longer, like if you can make jokes about something, it's probably gonna be in the news loop.
I get it, but I'm just saying I've seen more people have takes about how gross and like messed up that was, and then people are quiet on this one. I'm like,
well,
damn,
and that one also leaves a little bit more room for an opinion.
Yeah,
like,
but how come you
was it right? Should you stand up for your wife? Should you not abuse people on stage, things like that. But this one is like, should you not kill black people? Should you? It's like, you got me.
Yeah, but it's like I want to hear it. Like, a lot of the white folk I be wrong and stuff. They want to say like, oh, people crying or whatever. Like, things are equal and this and that. And I'm just like, okay, well then what about this? Like, you ain't got nothing to say about this one at all. Like, I don't know. It's a lot of hypocrisy.
Fair enough.
A lot of hypocrisy. So,
Fair enough, my friend.
all right, what else? We done? We out of here?
I think so. Anything else we should speak on for the people?
No, I think that's it this time.
All right, Thousandaires.
Yeah, man.
We'll be back next week.
Yes, sir.